Hey, welcome back to Hands on Diecast. I'm Kevin.
EC here, and today we are going to be bringing you a paperweight.
Oh my god, here we go. EC is like a diecast fan. I'm not really a resin fan, but I really do appreciate resin because of its friendly price point, especially with the GTS and the auto models.
So today we're going to be bringing you the GT Spirit, the BMW M2 118 scale made by GT Spirit. Yes,
right.
That's right. So, well, first off, I love the color. The paintwork looks great.
Yeah, blue is EC's favorite color.
It is very, very glossy. We can see all of the flick. Hopefully that comes through in the camera. Let's dig into the details.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so as usual, we're gonna start with the front of the model, and
Right.
I have to say, when I first saw the pictures of this online, I thought it looked a little bit weird. You know, like the stance, the proportion, headlights looked a little bit off, etc. But in the flesh, it looks pretty much bang on, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. It looked weird in the picture. Somehow, like the headlamps and the bumpers, it looked a bit twisted somehow. But in reality, it looks really good. I mean, when I received it, I was really happy with it.
So I think one credit where credit's due, for sure, this is one of the few GT Spirit models that at least I can remember, where they actually use, meshing through the front radiator grille. You can see glimpses of the radiator.
Right.
I think
There
that's great.
are other models, I'm sure, that GTS made that had see-through meshing.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Headlamp cluster, I don't know. The only one good thing I can say, I do like the little orange indicator. I think the detail there is good, but the rest of it, it's okay. It's alright. I think it passes.
It's probably not up to auto art standards, to be honest, but I mean, it's decent. I think it's definitely pretty good quality.
I like the BMW decal for the logo. I think they've improved the execution here, so I think they do get marks in that area.
Yeah, I mean, all three things here, the license plate, the M2 badging, and the emblem, they're all positioned well, too. They're straight.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, so let's check out the engine right now. Oh, that's right. You can't open the engine.
Ha, very funny.
Oh, so I guess that's pretty much it to say about the front then.
Very funny.
Right, let's move on.
Let's move on. Okay, now we're onto the side profile of the M2. I gotta say, I mean, it looks really fierce in person. Probably in the camera, I'm not sure whether it comes through as well. Probably does. Just the fender flares, the rims. I mean, it's a really fierce looking car.
Yeah, I think here, one thing that I've realized that, a lot of BMW M cars have nowadays, if it comes to the rims, they have this whole two-tone black against silver kind of
Yeah,
combination.
it's almost like BMW stole that idea from the aftermarket rims.
Oh, really? Okay, that I didn't know. But yeah, I think the rim execution, okay, as much as it pains me to say it is, yeah, it looks good, right? The brake calipers, on the glance, yes, looks nice, but it's a tad shiny though, don't you think?
And the guy just cleaned them, so they're shiny.
Right, just went
Yes.
for a car wash.
Yes, it did.
Right. The brake calipers, I do like that they got the blue, the blue accents in. But admittedly, if you look at it from a side, like a front three-quarter front view, the calipers themselves look a bit shallow. That's what I do realize, though.
Okay, well, the thing I'm noticing now is that actually the rotors themselves, the discs, the drilled parts aren't really drilled all the way through. I'm not sure if on the real car they're supposed to be drilled all the way through.
I don't think many models have that though. I guess besides that though, like you said, right? I think the overall the stance is great. Other details around the front wing mirrors, the little bit of the air intake hits, it's okay.
It's not bad. I mean, look how tiny the M2 badging is on here, and they still got it straight, so kudos to them. Even the side indicator on the side mirrors are done pretty well.
You're giving them.
I mean, I mean, in all fairness, I'll give them some negative feedback on these transparency style windows. That's kind of annoying. I mean, it really looks like somebody cut pieces of transparency film and stuck them on here.
Oh,
but yeah.
So just very quickly on that note, right? You did mention that I think this is one of the few resin models where I think the front windscreen is not made of that transparency like material.
Was it this one? Yeah,
I
let's
think
check.
so. I think so. This looks.
Yeah, it is more firm. You can see there's no bending of the film on the front. Maybe they're gonna do that for all four eventually. Who knows?
Eventually, if ever. I was about to say let's check out the interior, but okay, fine. We can't do that. Everything's locked. As I say, buying a resin.
But look how beautiful this
Yes,
one looks.
it's-
And how many times are you gonna open your model when it's in there?
With me a lot.
That's true. With EC, he he fondles his model.
I do.
So
Like I say, buying a resin model is like buying a car without a key. You can't open it.
you can admire it though.
Duh. Let's move on.
Okay.
Right, so the ass of the M2. I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. I like the tailpipes. I hate the lamp clusters. Seriously speaking.
Yeah, EC's been bugging me about I mean, they look fine to me. I mean, what's wrong with them?
The problem with it is that it lacks depth. Like you literally can see how thin the plastic was on the lamp cluster, and they just basically stuck it onto the main body. That's it. I don't like it.
Okay, let's wait and see when a diecast version comes out and see whether it beats this or not.
Well, if a diecast.
Yeah,
Okay.
if ever.
But I love the tailpipes. The chroming around the tailpipes, fantastic.
Yeah, it doesn't look like those plasticky chrome parts. I mean, this looks like metal.
It looks good. That I really have to give it to them.
Yeah.
Again, I guess execution of the badging, I think they've gone a step
Yeah,
up.
I mean, the M2 badge, this, even the license plate, they're all straight. I mean, at least they look straight to me.
Yeah. Besides that, I think the usual, they bothered with the heating element on the rear windscreen.
Yep, that looks good.
It's
still the transparency material, but
still the transparency material. Yes, I'm surprised they're
I'm
tapping
still
your model that hard.
afraid that it's gonna come out at some point. But yeah.
Yes, and of course the little trademark shark fin,
Yeah.
all in place. Stance wise, okay, fine. I
Yeah,
get it.
GTS always gets a stance right. That's awesome.
All right, go.
All right, now to the interiors of the BMW. I know EC is ready to make fun of my resin model, so I'm getting ready for it. But anyways, let me just do a brief rundown. I mean, the interior actually looks really good to me. I mean, it's too bad it's not an opening model, but if you look really closely, even the little chrome bits on the knobs to adjust the aircon, they bothered to put that in, which is really cool. There's the M logo on the screen. Hazard light signal, even the door lock unlock, and the entertainment system has all the buttons in there. I mean, it looks really good.
Hang on. Let me help you. Let me. I mean, this
You're gonna hurt this guy's feelings. Yeah, alright, you're good.
I mean, this is the first time we're filming a resin model, and I feel it's like we're literally looking at the interior through a pigeonhole.
It's like one of those sports cars you see on the road. You don't have the keys because it's not your car, but you can peer in.
This is your model. You bought the model.
Yes, that's true. A good point. Technically, we could remove the transparency film windows to look in.
I'll help you with that.
No, it's
Gladly.
alright. No, it's okay.
I don't know what to say about the interior because I can barely see anything. One thing I do know is that the carbon fiber printing on the center console it looks way off scale. To be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, okay, fine. The one nice thing
it is a little off scale.
It is quite massive, right? If that was in 1:1 scale. I guess the one good thing I can say about it is the steering wheel looks good.
I mean, even look at the iDrive control knob, the gear shift lever. It's all pretty good. They got the silver trim and everything down.
Let me open it for.
Oh my god! Here we go.
It doesn't
Here we go again. See, the thing is with this is GTS is very clever. They make models that nobody else does. So even if you wanted a diecast version, none's available. See?
Right.
See?
Let's move on.
All right.
So I guess that's really all we have to say about the GT Spirit BMW M2.
Oh my god! Here we go.
Okay, so let me be completely objective here. As a fan, as a hardcore fan of full opening diecast models, of course, this doesn't excite me all that much, but I do like the paint and I do like the stance, and that's pretty much it.
Oh my god. I have to say, not as a resin fan, but as a BMW M2 fan, a general BMW fan, I think this model is really good. And I mean, whoever has the licensing rights to BMW, that's Paragon, they do full opening. And I'd rather get a resin with better representation of the real model than an opening diecast which looks worse.
I agree with you. Okay, fine. Paragon, yes, their models look more like toys, right? It's not far from a Burago standard.
Okay, I wouldn't go so far as Burago, I mean like Maestro.
Burago, Maestro, the same thing, dude.
Fine. Yes.
So I don't know. If I was to give this a score as we usually do, okay, let me be objective. EC, be objective. As a model, I would say a 6.5 out of 10.
Wow, that sucks. Okay, well, I give it with all things, including the price point, which is a fraction of a diecast model. I probably give it like an 8. out of 10. I think this is a really nice model. And I don't really mind that it's resin because the price is a lot lower. It's not like a BBR, MR, or one of the other resins which costs so much more than diecast. This is resin, but it's cheaper than diecast, so it makes sense.
So let us know what you think, right? If you agree with me that resins are just really expensive paperweights, or if you agree with Kevin, let us know in the comments down below.
Yep, and don't forget to follow us.
Absolutely, we'll be posting more stuff up in the future. So in the meantime, take care.
Bye-bye.